now at the city, and yeah, just arriving at the tribute location. So yeah, here we are. So I'll just flip things around. I don't know how many we'll have here, but hopefully we get a good crowd. Hopefully. We are hoping on a really good crowd, so yeah, I'm a little bit earlier, but I thought I might as well just, you know, start the live stream a bit earlier. I don't know how many we got watching, but yeah. So we're just having a bit of a walk around and a walk through.
That's good. I'll see you guys. Thanks. Yeah, there does appear to be quite a few police keeping things barricaded, so hopefully they keep any counter protesters away. Fingers crossed. We may have some copyright music, but yeah.
Oh, hi there, Howie. Great to see you here. And yeah, thanks so much for popping in. But we'll just have a bit of a walk through the crowd and just see who's here.
Pretty sad, isn't it? We can't just share the stage. Trust me, we've been locked in twice. I know we're getting 362.
There is no trouble. The Labour government is sending these neo-Nazis in to cause trouble and make us look bad. But again, I'm not about to let it go. They're in control of small elites that are running the world. Right? They're not working for us. The police are not working for us. They're working for the government. Right? Everything, all these corporations are working for us. They're the little elites that are running the world. Thank you so much, ladies. Appreciate it.
Yeah, quite an interesting turn up here. So yeah.
Can I shoot a photo of you? Is that okay? Can I shoot a photo of you?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Can I get, I'm just going to get a little close. Wait. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
So yeah, we don't know how many will turn up, but hoping we do get a really good crowd, and be lovely to see a heap of people coming. So we'll just have a bit more of a walk around, and yeah, we'll see who we can see. And of course, this march is a tribute for Charlie Kirk, and of course I've been in tears since this happened. It's pretty brutal, and it's really affected so many of us.
But it's sad. It should be like that. I don't know long before who was involved in all that. I believe we'll probably be
But I do believe there's a few more people rolling up, so that's really good to see. Oh, hi there. Great to see you. Yeah, I'm just YouTubing back home, so yeah. Live streaming here.
good. Yeah, it's just a steady stream off the East Road coming towards.
Yep. Well, let's hope we get a heap more people coming in.
Yeah, good. The other week there was a lot more people the other week.
Yeah.
About 20,000 people in and around.
Yeah, I heard there was even a few more than that, so yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get those numbers again.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, it's just been, you know, a real big problem against all of us Western countries, and we want our Western countries back.
That's it. I'm quite happy for them to come here, but fit in.
Yeah.
Don't try and change our ways.
Yeah, live with us.
Our history out.
Live with us. Don't fight us and turn us out and try and bury our history and our religion and our beliefs. Yeah. So everyone here, please do smash the thumbs up and please do share this out. Yeah, well said, Howie. Exactly, yes. And I totally agree with you there on that one, Howie. Totally. So we're just having a walk around through the crowd and just seeing who we got here. Oh, I've got to laugh at that one. I thought, yeah, you've got the wrong colour for a MAGA hat. I thought about bringing my MAGA hat, but I thought, yeah, it might be a bit dumb. But I've definitely got this bandana on, which is probably just as... But yeah, I'm just YouTubing and streaming for my audience back in America, so yeah.
I had that hat. Where is it?
Oh yes, awesome, yes. Yes. But yeah, I'm a YouTuber, this is my channel.
And then me and my friends were kicked out of one of the St Kilda pubs.
Oh yep.
We had those hats on and it was offensive to people.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I thought, well, fuck yes, we're out of here.
Exactly. I'm with you on that one.
I'm not taking the hat off, you can fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, everyone's got that one.
I've just got flagged here. Oh no, that's fine. That's all good. Yeah, I'm YouTubing back home, so yeah.
Oh wow, where's home?
I'm American. Vermont, Maine, where my people come from, but
Awesome.
been here for a little while, and
you tell all your friends back home that Charlie Kirk had just as bigger impact in Australia as what he did in America, mate.
thank you, and yeah, if you'd like to say more about that, you do feel free, and you're most
Just
welcome.
God bless his family, that's all.
Thank you so much for that.
No worries, all the best. G'day to everyone overseas.
Thank you. We are seeing some great signs here also, and yeah, I can totally agree with that one.
That speaks volumes.
Thank you.
I've read it. So yeah, that
I'm having trouble with you.
I stopped. Yeah.
Operations and traditional groups. That's introducing a non-democratic, almost House of Lords, hereditary theory.
And yeah, we see Make Australia Great Again hat. That's interesting.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully you can get your country back.
Oh, absolutely. We need to.
But yeah, I'm live streaming back to my audience back in America.
Are you? Wow, well done. Yeah, I guess they don't know what's happening over here either, do they?
Very little. Not a lot of what actually happens in Australia is actually coming through to America. It's sort of been more England.
Yeah, it's the same in Europe. They don't hear much about Australia. We're sort of not important.
But, you know, hopefully we can get the news through and
Yes, I can do that.
all of that, yeah. I thought about wearing my MAGA cap, but I thought, oh, that might be a bit provocative.
I think it might be. Yeah.
But my bandana's probably provocative enough.
No, it's not really. I think it's fine. I bet I have a friend who wears her MAGA hat into the cafe, and people don't like it.
Oh, I wear it wherever I'm going when I've got it on. So yes,
Yeah, I
a lot of
wish I had
people
one.
give me dirty looks.
I wish I had one. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We got these made ourselves.
The doggy.
What would you like?
But yeah, I better keep walking around and getting some more of the signs. And
Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you. Thank you, and I'm also here to give tribute to Charlie and
To what?
to give tribute to Charlie.
Oh,
I'm a Christian, of course, and yeah.
oh, don't do that. Yeah, I got this for you. All those who follow off on that one game last night. Gorgeous man. Really cute.
But you know, big news is this morning they got him. They got the shooter.
Shooter, yeah. I wonder if he's connected to Mossad. Oh, yeah, it'd have to be.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Charlie said a couple of weeks ago that he thinks the Israelis are going to kill him. It's beyond it's a disgusting world, isn't it?
It is. It's a sad, sad state of affairs.
So who are you with? Now I've lost my word.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, getting word back out. So you know.
We had our stuff there and I was just
But yeah, we'll keep walking around and we'll see who else we see and whatever interesting placards and signs there may be.
I go, where is she? I'm looking at
Hi.
Because Francis went to the toilet and then I shut
So if everybody could share this out, and that would be much appreciated. Oh, lovely. I see a MAGA hat. I see a MAGA hat. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love yours too. Yes, absolutely love yours. I thought of wearing a MAGA hat, and I thought of bringing Old Glory, but I thought, oh, I better not. But yeah, I have Old Glory sitting on my bedroom wall, actually.
Sad times. Still, I think I felt yesterday when I saw a meme with all the young people's t-shirts on saying we're all Charlie Kirk now. I thought that's fantastic.
Yeah, it is fantastic. And I have seen some really foul memes that have upset me from the left and just reprehensible, yeah. But yeah, we all are Charlie now. I don't know if there's somewhere I can leave, but I've got a candle to leave for Charlie as well.
Really good. Have you seen that Je suis Charlie?
Yes, yes. It is, yes, yes.
You absolute legend! This is nothing this year! It's just on 12 o'clock now. I understand that there's a few difficulties getting in here today. So what we'll do, as I said earlier, just to keep you informed, we'll just play a little bit more music, and then we'll kick off with the speakers in about half an hour from here. We've got a great speaker lineup, not only to inform you of things you may or may not already know, but also to give you some solutions that you can start implementing yourself. Because it's not just people like Bernie, myself, or all the rest of the fantastic people up here. What is going to turn this country around is you. You have the power. It's all on your backs, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll guide you the best we can. And we'll keep sacrificing everything we have for the greater good. But it has to be the greater good first and ego second. That is the only way we are going to unite this country, because we must be united to defeat and overthrow this tyrannical government that does not care about you. Now,
Thank you,
exactly.
Howie. I
Do the
appreciate
government
you coming
represent
in.
you in any way? No! Have you had enough?
Fuck the government!
Wouldn't be my preference, sir, but anyway.
Now that is funny.
In about half an hour. Like I said, I know you guys are keen to hear. Okay, but it gives you a great opportunity to mingle with people. Okay, because we must start coming together as one. This country was built on the backs of many people that come from many nationalities. And I see you all here today. A lot of you are carrying that Australian flag. We'll get on to the real meaning later on. But this will be, like I said, the first and second step of many steps, because we are trying to achieve something in this country that we have never achieved before. So that is going to require every single one of us to do things that we've never done before. And I know many of you are. I know that. But it's time to slip it into second and third gear and then hit overdrive. Long, systemic, non-violent action is what's required. That's it.
We are with you.
Well, thank God I'm with you.
Amen.
Because, as I said, and I mean this is from the bottom of my heart, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Craig Cole. For the last 20 years in this community, I've delivered youth work to children who have been crippled by the disgusting system, which is the government and the bureaucracy. So that's what I've been fighting for, our children. And now for the last 5 years, I've been whacked from pillar to post, vilified, you name it, and I couldn't give a stuff. Just like you people. Because the ironic thing is the media, we know the fake news. What do we think of the media? I think we can do better than that. What do we think of the media?
Scumbag!
Let me just read something out to you.
Fuck the media!
No, thank you, sir. I'd rather stay celibate.
Fuck Channel 7!
No,
Fuck Channel 9!
Sir. There's children here, sir.
Come on. Sorry, sir.
I'm in.
The fake news media, and let's keep calling them what they are. Where are they, by the way?
They're in the car.
Yeah.
They're hiding!
Now, this is their own corporate act. So when they breach their own act, why aren't they being charged? The Broadcasting Services Act 1992, it's a federal act. Section 123, Development of Codes of Practice. Section 2 of that section, preventing the broadcasting of programs that, item 1, simulate news or events in a way that misleads or alarms the audience. Do they breach that every day?
Yes! Time to take them to court!
Did they breach that with their garbage reporting of this event on Friday?
Yes!
Should they be charged?
Yes!
Well, the question is, why aren't they?
Money!
So we'll play some more music now. Be back on with some speakers in about half an hour. Talk, mingle, get your chants going. I'll pump some music up to keep the vibes high, and then we'll get back on in about half an hour. Does that sound all right? Yeah.
No piece of legislation since 1960 has got any authority.
So we'll have a bit more of a walk around the crowd and see what interesting signs we see, and if anybody wants to say hello, of course.
They're not
That's okay.
They got fucking balls. They're not weak. They're not weak, driven by their desires. I talked to a bloke yesterday.
Oh, I've been flagged again.
We're our kids.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm live streaming to America, so yeah.
This prioritizing minorities is segregation. Everybody needs to realise that.
So true, and very well said, sir.
You make me laugh. The kids today, they all want socialism, but we all know at the top of the pyramid of socialism, they live like capitalists. Oh, I don't understand it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't feel safe that men can go into a changing room where my 30-year-old daughter is. All these guys out there say they're okay with it, but they don't have daughters. And the damage is done if something happens to them. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like a shame.
Very well said, sir.
We all know common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they make out that we're racist here, then why are most Aboriginal people partnered with white people? It's ridiculous.
And we're seeing people from all backgrounds and all races here, so, you know, they're just talking, excuse the language, a crock of shit.
And the way our kids have been raised and they feel guilty, like my daughter at the school she goes to, they're trying to make her be apologetic to what happened to the Aboriginals, but all through history everybody had their ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of history, and it's like, what's it got to do with my 13-year-old daughter? Nothing.
None of us were around, and none of us were around when slavery was happening.
That's exactly right. And the white man was the one that stopped slavery. You know what I'm saying? No one talks about that.
People from where my people came from, New England. We fought the Confederacy. We fought to end slavery.
It's like Malcolm X quoted about the liberals. He said they're not for the people. But yet, you know, all these people feel like they're the best. As you and I know. Don't know. Like, something I don't understand is why don't we get the tax department involved and investigate these politicians well? I guarantee it. They'll look at it and go, wow, how can that man be worth so much money?
Exactly. Well, you know, the pigs have all got their snouts in the trough. I'm a YouTuber, so yeah. So hopefully I'll get a few people watching and coming in, and there's a few people coming in and out of the stream, and hopefully if YouTube doesn't take this down, there'll be a few people that'll watch the replay.
I came to Australia in 1988, and all these were loud-mouthed Americans that could back their words, and now you look at our youth.
It's not the same country. I came just before COVID, but I had visited, you know, the 90s and early 2000s, and it's sad, it's not the same place as what it was back then.
And it's ridiculous. Wokeism. Like, why are all the young men today at a higher rate of suicide than ever? They're confused. And then you look at our young ladies. They look like men. You go to the gym, they've got six-packs, they're taking hormone replacement. It's like, I don't understand it. You know, and then they've got us hating among the sexes. Like, man and woman are meant to be together. They're promoting being promiscuous, which we all know is linked to disease, mental illness. It's like, I don't get it. Like, baby, my body, my choice. I'm sorry, but OnlyFans is a sex worker. You know, and it's just, to me, it's just we're promoting a society of no morals.
Yeah.
Morals, we got nothing. You know what I mean? I thought there'd be a lot more here.
I thought there would be too, but there may be a few more coming in.
Were you here on 2 weeks ago?
I didn't make it in, and I wish I did.
We were herded like cattle. We stood in front of Lynda Street Station. The police blocked all access, so we couldn't get out. they were telling people that they had to take their masks off. Most weren't wearing masks. I would never wear a mask. They had a guy with a telescopic camera taking photos of us. Then when they let us move on, they led us to where they wanted us to go.
Yep.
And then the Palestine protesters circled around us, and they let them come in behind. It made no sense.
That makes no sense.
An LGBT protester put her mask on and spit in an 80-year-old woman's face.
That is disgusting.
I saw an older woman, she was holding the flag, got that in the face. An Aboriginal young girl went to hit her, and I stood in front of her and said, that's not happening in my ward. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Such, such evil. I'll give you this. I've sort of got my hands full, so if you could just grab one of those. Yeah, that's one there, yeah. And we got people here of all backgrounds. It's really, really wonderful to see. I heard my microphone's working now. I just plugged it in. I was using an external, just the phone's microphone, but I had plugged in the external now because you might find it a bit hard to pick up my voice otherwise. But we'll just have a bit of a walk round through the crowd. But this crowd here is just opposite to the crowd of ruffians that you see, protesting for Palestine or
goodness knows what. It's a peaceful, friendly, happy crowd. So we're just getting some crowd shots here, and hopefully everybody's enjoying this live stream, and word is getting out.
Volleyball, mate, back in the
But the crowd here is just so different to what we see at some of the other protests. And the other protests I'm talking about are the, I guess you could say, the woke mob and the Palestinian mob and all of that. Like to say hello?
It's true. There's less people here today than I think the media scared them a bit. Yes.
Absolutely. And thank you.
Yeah, well, it's Canberra twice, you know. He's old.
Oh, I love your sign. Would you like to say hello to America?
America.
Thank you. I love your sign. Would you like to say hello to America?
Hello. Hello over there.
Thank you so much. So we do have a few more people coming in. Hopefully we'll see more people coming up. I'll just walk down towards the barrier, but I won't go past the barrier because I believe that there might be some counter-protesters around. But hopefully the police are keeping them back and keeping them well away.
Yeah, well, why are they fucking separated? I know. Well, they're choosing the other side, fucking They're choosing the wrong side.
Mate, I come here a month ago.
I don't know if you can see the barrier off in the distance, and there are some mounted police, so hopefully they keep the
the counter protest is well away. But we'll move up towards the front. I believe that there's some speeches now starting. And everyone who hasn't done so, please do share this one out and please do smash the thumbs up. Oh, hi there, Heather. Great to see you. And yeah, thanks so much for coming in.
That's what's required. Because as I said earlier, we aren't.
Yeah, I'm at a protest tribute march here in Melbourne. So yeah, that's what's happening.
G'day.
So that requires all of us to do.
What can we say?
Yeah, if you'd like to say hello to America.
Oh, g'day America. So deeply sad to hear about Charlie Kirk. That's rippling through the whole world. He will be sadly missed, and he was a great voice for America and the world, not just college campuses. But I enjoyed watching him because it teaches me to debate other people also. I might not be part of Turning Point, but a lot of people can learn to make their argument with facts, not emotion. And that's the way you always win an argument. And the violence is what people turn to. Charlie knew it, that when you can't defeat a sound argument, the losers turn to violence. And that was the risk he took, and he knew that he was risking his life. So it's just got to keep continuing that. Let him not be silenced.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm a YouTuber, so yeah, getting this out to everyone back in America.
All right. Well, yeah.
If you'd like to,
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I would never know how to see it.
On YouTube.
Huh?
On YouTube.
On YouTube. I think I'm going to find a link to your YouTube page in a moment.
You'll find it there, Arielle-Viking.
And we are seeing corporations running the world.
Oh, I'll have to slide that behind my phone.
Yep.
Jolly good. It's amazing what impact Charlie's death has made on Australian people also. He had a lot more followers than YouTube or things said. With 1 million plus followers, his following was far greater than, and his reach was far greater than that. Anyway, that's about all I can think of saying. We've got our own battles here in Australia. We need to focus on these ones also.
Thank you so much for that. And you know, a lot of people have said, does anybody in Australia actually know who Charlie was? So thank you so much for telling us how normal Australians actually think and what you feel. And thank you.
Every news cycle had him. And a lot of people were appalled by the people that were celebrating his death. It's just, we're all pro-Charlie here.
Well, Abby Chatfield's gone into hiding in fear because she put online that she was sprouting hate towards Charlie Kirk and saying she hates him and supports his death and everything. I can't remember exact words, but she's now gone into hiding.
Yeah, there are people losing their jobs for supporting the death of Charlie, and so they should, because they're supporting the wrong group of people. Their mindset is wrong when you consider murder to be acceptable of someone in faith.
Yeah, exactly. We just had opinions that were different to other people.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of debate, is we can have a difference of opinion, and the only way, look, there's a lot of things I don't know that a lot of people here know more information about things than I do, and the only way I can find out stuff is to talk to people.
Engage in conversation.
Yeah, like, I'm intending on running for the seat of Ripon. I did run for the federal seat of Mallee, but it's about putting pressure on the government by running for the government. I don't know all policies, but the answers are in the community, because whatever the problem is in the community, most of the community people will have already come up with a solution. It's about politicians actually listening to the community and not making a political decision, making a correct decision that benefits the community and listening. That's right. I agree.
Thank you. Would you like to say hello to America?
Hi America, g'day. We're very sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much.
We are the beneficiaries and inheritors under the Constitution. In law, the people are the sovereign authority. And members of Parliament, ministers and even the High Court are servants and trustees under that sovereignty. That is enshrined in law. Now, governments have reconstituted themselves as a corporation. Unconstitutional, absent lawful authority. Actions of conspirators sabotaging our nation. That is what is going on. They are siphoning and transferring the wealth of the Commonwealth, our equity, to foreign interests. They are undermining and acting against the people. Instead of prosperity, they are bankrupting our nation. All by design. We have breaches very clear. If a trustee steals from a trust, it is an automatic forfeiture.
Yeah, I'll definitely be careful, Heather. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll be careful. Hopefully the counter-protesters are kept well away.
And we, the people of the Commonwealth, now lawfully reclaim our inheritance. Crimes committed are fraud, theft and treason. Crimes committed, mass murder, malfeasance and terrorism. That is what this government is guilty of.
They're trouble.
This is our claim of right, people. The people of the Commonwealth are the Commonwealth. We must remedy our situation, and the only way to control the executive and the legislative branches are with judicial force. So I ask everybody, please, follow closely. Literally all eyes must be focused on the courts and the cases that are in the courts. We demand justice not just be done, but be seen to be done. Now we have got live constitutional matters that are ongoing and in the courts now that affect every Australian. There are people standing up for all Australians, so please get behind and support. Rod Culleton is doing a collateral attack on the Palmer versus WA matter, designed to fail. That is section 92 pertaining to our freedoms. We've got Dr. Beverly Pearce. She is fighting to stop the state's ability to ever mandate vaccination, mRNA injections, bioweapons into the workplace. It is a clear-cut section 109 inconsistency of laws. She is also challenging APRA, a statutory corporation who has removed her right to exercise her implied freedom of political communication,
hi there, Gail.
which we are
Great to
doing
see
here
you
today,
also.
under Section 724 and 128 of the Constitution. That is a guarantee offered under our Constitution. Dr. Valerie Pierce, her sister, her twin sister, is fighting against imprisonment. So APRA and the Medical Board of Australia claiming she is a danger to the public for telling her patients the truth. She refused to follow the government narrative, which was gagging all doctors and all information on this poisonous mRNA gene-altering injection. So, 40 cases to date, over 40 cases. Dr. Valerie Pierce, 80 years of age, has been in and out of the court. We have seen nothing but bias, collusion, perversion of the course of justice and utter corruption in all the lower courts. So I think our police officers will get this problem. I will say, anyone that causes any disruption, intimidation, violence or aggression here, step back and film. They are not a part of this movement. We are here peacefully and lawfully. No violence, no aggression, no intimidation will be tolerated. We the people are people of honour and conscience, peacefully and lawfully. Now we have got private organisations such as the WHO, the World Economic Forum, assuming authority where none exists. They have no authority, nor do they have any jurisdiction in this country. Yet we see WHO recommendations were obeyed and inserted into our legislation via the Biosecurity Act, a federal act. This in itself is showing that the government has obeyed a foreign power by inserting into our legislation the WHO recommendations. Now this is also going to bring in a challenge to the treaty power under the external affairs power in the Constitution. Treaties can only be entered into by two or more independent nations. Treaties cannot be entered into with foreign corporations or organisations, rendering the WHO Treaty and others of this nature and those within our nation entered into by government invalid. Go and have a look at R.E. Young. Chief Justice Gadler clearly states treaties can only be entered into between two or more independent nations. This government is guilty of, they have allegiance, obedience and adherence to a foreign power, Section 44(1) of the Constitution, which therefore gives grounds for Section 44(2). They are attainted of treason. Solid grounds. This is our claim of right, people. The people of the Commonwealth are the Commonwealth. Now I want to cover briefly this rubbish that has started. Sovereign citizen is a false term. There is no such thing. It is a corrupted distortion which has been created to mislead. It holds no lawful standing whatsoever. It has been weaponised to ridicule or silence lawful dissent. It is a derogatory label. Use of this term is for the purpose to discredit, ridicule and delegitimise any lawful claim of the people who speak of constitution, sovereignty or against government as fringe or unlawful. It is a false flag of words, an oxymoron, and such inversion is nothing but corruption. It is null and void in law.
Yeah, this is the one you want to watch here, the sleeper. She's playing dumb, man.
Sovereignty rests in the people, as stated in the preamble and in sections like Section 24, directly chosen by the people. The people, we the people of the Commonwealth as a collective are the beneficiaries and inheritors. And this government is nothing but a servant, trustee and agent. They have forfeited their role. Now last week, this is just shitting in our faces even more. Albanese's response to the Solomon Islands, rejection of an offer of protection. Albanese states, I respect the sovereignty of the Solomon Islands. But he doesn't respect the sovereignty of the Australian people. Seriously. They are destroying the people openly. This is what is going on. Mainstream media and our politicians, we should be calling them CEOs of a corporation because that's all they are. They are condescending in their nature and smirking. Forever a new tax, a new tax, a new tax. It's their mantra. It's insane. And all we are seeing is psyops all over social media, mainstream media. Everything is all about what is going on in other countries, all the aggression, all the racial tension, all the violence. It is psyops. If there was no social media and no mainstream media, there would be none of this. So it is an IQ test and a tolerance test. We need to demand Port Arthur, Train Brothers massacre, and the 28 pedophiles. These must be open for public scrutiny. This government cannot conceal their heinous crimes by sealing files for 75 years. What the hell? We also need justice for Desi. Desi Freeman was a good man and not a sovereign citizen. What a load of rubbish. Lies. Absolute lies. Another gentleman who was taking matters into the courts to try and get justice. And they've targeted him. God, we hope he's still alive and hasn't been slaughtered. Once again, it's government and we must always make sure we direct our focus where it needs to be, on the government. Yeah, I know, where's the body can? Now, as I keep saying, united, peacefully and lawfully. We are honourable people of conscience and that's how we must conduct ourselves. There is no other way. Universal rights. You cannot do to a civilization unless you have formally told them. Now, state of declaration, what their intent is and what they intend to unleash on humanity. Georgia Guidestones. They were erected in secrecy, so not to trace back to the order itself. Who were the builders and authors of that? Look it up. Go into the CIA files as well. The agenda is one world order. When it gets to this point, which we are close to, as you can see in India, they burned Parliament down. That is not the way to go. Peacefully and lawfully. I dread to think what they have destroyed in that building that could have been used as evidence. It is up to us to record our history. Keep everything, evidence everything, document everything. I draw your attention to The Art of War, which was supposedly written by an author by the name of Sun Tzu. But I think many of us that have gone down a deep dive know better than that. It was actually written by a general of the Jesuits under that name, once again, to conceal so there is no traceable source leading back to the order itself. The art of deception at its best, breaking down the sovereignty of the sovereign people of the land is the first primal bullet point in the art of war. Look it up. It's written. The art of war, to dismember, remove and take away the sovereign peoples of the land's sovereignty. The world is a stage. Through MSN and every other platform, we are watching nothing but stage shows, psyops. All is in full swing now, and it is crucial we conduct ourselves peacefully and lawfully. Multiply that tenfold. It is crucial. United we stand, brothers and sisters, shoulder to shoulder, side by side, every colour, race, religion and creed, as humanity is being attacked worldwide. This is knowledge over chaos is how it should be. Knowledge over chaos. I'll be done in 2 minutes, Craig. So we must wake up as many as possible to the gravity of our situation. Humanity is standing on the edge of its extinction. We are being poisoned from every direction, our land, our water, our food, everything. We have lost 80% of our insects. We are in crisis, people. So humanity as one, respectful of one another. We all walk the earth. We are all made from the same dirt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It is the path and the only way forward. See through the illusion.
Yes.
So, we have got to start recognising the divisive methods and stop falling into the trap. Do what you say what you do. United we stand. Now, we must be the authors of our future, and we must record history truthfully, because history is a lie. So don't tell me what's happened in history. It is a lie. This is the thing. Fear, doubt and confusion have been used to control the people for thousands of years, to divide us. We are all one, no matter what your race, no matter what your religion, together, united. The people of the world, the people of the Commonwealth. That's how we get things done. Now I will say, I have not and never will be a part of the freedom movement, because I am not going to walk the streets chanting freedom. I am free. We're all free. Stand up and own it. Ridiculous. This is the movement that we need. This is a truth evolution. Revolution is a cycle. Picture the revolution of a wheel. This is the truth evolution. We are breaking out of the cycle. We are going to write our future. We do things honourably and we do things united. So see through the illusion. This is the awakening. Anybody that is being distracted and divided because of these psyops, see through it. I don't even want to say the next line. United we stand is it, and that's where we must be. So, as I said, we're under attack. So get behind those in the courts. This is our claim of right. Sign the covenant. I've got the solemn league and covenant here for people of honour and conscience, with the blessing of the All-Father, Creator, in Christ's light. Together united, we've got this. The people are the power. Own it. Own it.
Give Jackie Dundee a big round of applause, guys. Now, some of that, before I introduce our next speaker, some of that information may be over your heads. That's okay. Keep evolving. Part of that truth evolution is evolving your own knowledge. You've got to read. Knowledge is power, and we have the power. And the more knowledgeable we become, the more power we have. So go, thank you. This is simple. Go to your local federal MP's office and get a free copy of the Constitution and start reading it. You'll be aghast at how much those bastards in Canberra breach it every single day. Now, the Constitution is a set of guidelines to prevent tyrannical governments from governing us. That's what it's there for. So read up on it. That's the first step you can take of many as well too. Now our next guest is a gentleman who's humble as well too. Is a dad, a father, a tradie. He's been campaigning for the last 5 years. He's the founder of My Place Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darren Bergworth.
Thank you, Craig, and good afternoon, Melbourne. Great to see you all out here today, and this is the beginning of a mass build-up of numbers moving forward. So this is a start, and we are going to continually hold rallies fortnightly. It will turn to weekly, and eventually we will be doing them during the week when Parliament is sitting. My message to you and to all Australians, over the next series of months, you are going to be led into a dead-end street by people that are going to be speaking policy and politics and say, vote for me at the next election and I'll fix this. I call bullshit. There is no fixing this in this house behind me or the one in Canberra. The time for politics and policy is over. This is not about race, religion, flags, or individual issues that we have, because there are hundreds of them. And I could ask 100 different people around this country, what's their major problem? And there'd be 100 different answers. Okay, there is only one problem, and that is a foreign government that is committing war crimes and crimes against humanity against good Australian people. And it is time that we focus all of our attention not on the semantics of flags, religions, race, and all the arguments between each other, and come together as one people with the one common problem, and that is a criminal government. So moving forward, there are other rallies and other things that are going to want to suck you into what I got sucked into in 2022 after I'd just spent a couple of weeks up in Canberra and many days marching the streets in Melbourne in 2021, okay, including the Westgate Bridge back when we first started. Now, I've been through this. I've lived this and breathed this for the last 3 or 4 years. I've dedicated my life to this cause for a better future for my children, and I have sacrificed everything that I worked for my whole life, for my family's future, to make sure that the money side of things isn't what I need to leave a legacy or behind to my kids. It's a free democracy and a free country. Now, I've been through the whole thing. I have run in 3 elections, right? From someone that was terrified of public speaking before this COVID bullshit came to us. And I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I felt about this big at the first forum that I sat in with 6 other candidates. I wanted the room to open up and swallow me. I was so uncomfortable.
Do feel free to...
I've ran in a federal election in 22. I ran in a state election in 2022, and I ran in a by-election federally for the seat of Dunkley in 2024. I've seen firsthand what the system is, how rigged it is. We've been on the scrutiny tables. There is no political answer to the problems that we face as a nation. We need to recognise that. We are at a fork in the road on the history of this land. And it's a matter of whether you're going to go left and stay in that eternal loop of hopeism, of trying to get somebody into politics that are going to fix all the problems. I can guarantee you, in the system that we have today, nothing will change from the top down. It must be from the ground up by us, the people. We're taking a whole new direction on trying to refocus people away from all the bullshit of what's been going on for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and to focus solely on the source of everyone's problem and tyranny. And tyranny does not discriminate. It is against every race, religion and creed and flag that you may stand under. Flags were never an issue back in 2021 when we marched these streets. We had flags from all over Europe that were the first ones to wake up to what's going on in this country, and that communism was already on their doorstep, because they've lived it. They escaped it and come here for a better life. So there's nothing wrong with showing who you are, where you come from. The argument's not about flags, it's about people. And a flag, in my opinion, does not define a nation. It's its people that define a nation. And the back of our Anzacs who sacrificed everything for us. And we have slept our way into where we are. We've acquiesced our way into being slaves to the system and under a corporate government, when there are actually 4 levels of government, and most people only know of 3. And the 4th level of government is us, the elector. And the elector actually is the highest level of government, and they've turned this tree upside down and put us at the bottom, and they stomp on us day after day, and they breach our trust every single day. And in fact, I cannot wait until we actually turn this ship around, because these charges are going to come for these people for the treasonous behaviour, the selling out of our ports, our electricity, the selling of our water, our assets, our mining. We should not be paying tax in this country. And when we get this country back to be run by the people, for the people, we will not be paying tax, and all of those mining magnates will be handing back their fraudulent contracts that this government's over years and years have gifted them. And like I said before, there is no political answer to this. So get that out of your mind. Do not let people suck you in to believing in politics any longer. It's not there. It's not going to happen. Right? It is the criminal element of government that must be our focus. It must be what we educate ourselves around. It must be what we expose, and it must be what we learn about. There are at least 10 serious indictable offences that this government is committing on a daily basis. Okay, so there's no voting, there's no getting into a system that is, in my opinion, racketeering with the courts, the police, the banks, and every other so-called watchdog in this country. They are, in my opinion, an organised crime syndicate enforcing usury and slavery against the Australian people, and it must stop. And it starts here today. And we need to build the numbers. And I don't care if it takes 3 months, 6 months or 9 months, but these rallies and the intent behind them are going to go somewhere that the other rallies didn't. And if we need to withdraw our labour, withdraw our finances, and withdraw everything away from this system, if it needs to be a lockdown, it needs to be a boycott, we need to build that mentality in the people in this country that we've had enough and we're not going to take it any longer. Now, like I said before, it's great to see so many people here today, but this is just a start. We need to build these numbers. We need feet on the street. We have a heap of people that have been onto this for 20, 30 and 40 years. They've been lone soldiers, your Dick Yardleys, your Brian Shaws, your Wayne Glues, and a series of other people. They've done a mountain of work. They've dedicated their life for 30 years without any support. It's about time we picked up the baton and we run with the good work that they've done and we spread their work throughout the nation. There is only one solution, and it is the masses to demand that this government be stood down and we put in a temporary government, which we are developing. We have plenty of good people in this country that have the integrity and the will and the knowledge to run this country until we can sort this shit out and actually have a true and fair election. Okay? So this is what we're wanting to achieve by starting today, by getting the will of the people, the knowledge in the people, to demand that this government be stood down. Now, we need massive numbers. We need everyone to bring 2 or 3 people next time we have one of these rallies. Now, there are other rallies happening. Save Australia, and a few other ones. There's the anti-fascist rally. There's also, of course, the anti-racist rally. Now, we know as a nation, as a whole, that we are not fascists and we are not racist. We are good people. What we also need to learn is the discernment that shit's going to happen that's going to trigger people. The burning of our flag, people holding up Hamas signs, These are plants, people. Look through the bullshit. They're there deliberately to divide us and having war against each other rather than focusing on the people in there. And that must be the message today that you get out of today, is educate yourself on the criminality of government and the criminality of the court system that protect them, including a suppression order, a 90-year suppression order by the federal government to suppress the names of 28 pedophiles that are at the top level of government and the justice system, the injustice system, and they won't release those names because you're going to lose confidence in your political system. Ah! Really? Well, I got news for these Muppets. That confidence was lost 20 years ago. And it's about time that these people that are concealing crimes get held to account. And that's what we will push for, and that's what we will do as a people once we have the numbers and we have the mindset all swimming in the same direction and not being distracted by false flags and burning of flags. Okay, they're stunts to get us to fight each other. It is so simple to see. So anyone that starts to take you on a topic of whinging about a certain policy, just say it doesn't matter. None of the policies matter. It's the people instigating those policies that matter. That's where our attention needs to be. Don't get distracted from that. Don't get distracted by political talk about elections. It's important that we focus on the root of all of our problems, and that is in the building behind me and the building up in Canberra. And until we get that message, until we unite as one people and have the same message and we march in numbers and we put our demands on the table, we're going to keep going around in circles for another 3 years. And I'm not accepting another 3 years of this bullshit. Are you? Okay, so stand with us and bring people to the next rally, and bring it to the rally that has a flyer that says, Australians unite against government corruption. That is the one. Thank you. Oh, one more thing, sorry. 2 seconds. We have a flag here, and as far as all the different flags go, the one that resonates the most with me is the Eureka flag. And on that it says, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. We are the resistance! Thank you.
Another big cheer for Darren Bergwaist, ladies and gentlemen. Passion, love it. That is a fantastic blow-up device. Have a look at that. How appropriate is that? Magnificent. Does Anthony Albanese represent you? Let me ask you again. Does Anthony Albanese represent you? There's a good old-fashioned saying we have in this country. It's called get stuffed. So, I'm going to count to 3. And on 3, we're going to tell Albanese to get stuffed. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Get stuffed! There you go. Elbow, looks like you had about 5,000 people telling you to get stuffed. And those numbers are going to grow. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very learned gentleman, Dr. Ian Brighthope, who's been a doctor and professor for 50 years, and has been campaigning against the government corruption as well too. A big round of applause for Dr. Ian Brighthope.
Thanks, Craig. I'm going to speak from the heart. I love Australia, but I hate what the people in this house and the house in Canberra are doing to us. I'm going to talk to you about the issues around health and well-being, and I'm going to speak to you on behalf of the World of Wellness International, which is a group we started here in Melbourne quite some time ago now. It's a member organisation of the Aligned Council of Australia, which consists of 40 other groups, which reflect the interests and well-being of members of the order of nearly 2 million Australians. And we need support from people like yourself to join our organisations so that we can have an influence in government at our next elections. Because we cannot keep going the way we are with health in this country. I wrote to Scott Morrison, Greg Hunt, and the Chief Health Minister at the beginning of 2020 on behalf of a large number of doctors. We said, we don't need to have lockdowns. Do you want to have more lockdowns? Do you want to have more masking? Do you want to have more social distancing? Do you want to be held down and injected against your will? Well, that is what is going to happen if we stay with the World Health Organization. We have an agreement with the World Health Organization now. We pay them $300 million plus a year, unelected bureaucrats, to tell our bureaucrats here what to do when there is an infectious disease occurring in our country. We have lost our sovereign rights to our own individual right and responsibility to take a medicine if we want to. My profession failed us during COVID. My profession, the medical profession, went lock in step with the orders that came from Canberra and the orders that came from the unelected bureaucrats in the World Health Organization. We have signed a pandemic treaty, an agreement with the, with the folks in the World Health Organization. It is funded mainly by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Did you get that? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which boasts that they put $10 billion into an investment in vaccines and the return was $200 billion. Where did that $200 billion came from? And all of the other billions of dollars that we lost during the pandemic our taxes went to the elites, went to the wealthy, went to those who are controlling the WEF, the WHO, and every other organisation in this country in which there are collaborative centres that have been implanted by the WHO and its interests. We are in a very precarious situation because they are planning another pandemic. Don't misunderstand me. The pandemic was a plandemic. It was a fake. It had been planned for some time, and don't believe the lies about the vaccine, the virus coming from a wet market in Wuhan. It came from the Wuhan Institute of Virology. It came from an institute where they were weaponizing viruses. Gain of function of viruses is something that should be outlawed globally, because they want to develop these viruses so that they can develop vaccines against them, just in case there's biological warfare. Well, we know how to prevent these diseases and illnesses. We know how to do it, and they didn't listen. If the population had been given some sunshine, given some vitamin D, go to your doctor and have your vitamin D levels tested, we would not have had a suffering of the 5 years that we did through COVID and the follow-on from that. Nearly $1 trillion was wasted during those years. A trillion means $1,000 billion. And the ongoing costs, the loss of business, the loss of relationships, the illnesses, the diseases, the children who've lost a generation of children have lost their proper education. And it includes all of us, folks. It includes all of us here, including our police force. They had to be a part of a system that did damage to us, serious damage to us. Now, if the Western Australian government and the South Australian government can pass legislation that says if there is another fake of public health emergency of international concern, and we need to vaccinate with an experimental vaccine, it gives the police force the right to hold us down and inject us. Do you want that? Does our policemen and women want that? I'm sure they don't. I mean, we are all one people. We love this country, and we have to stick together and make sure that they don't do that to us again. We don't have anybody with the wisdom in the World Health Organization, and our own health departments are completely deficient of people who know how to prevent disease and treat early. What we did during the pandemic, we said to the old people, okay, don't worry, you'll be okay. We take you to hospital, we put you on a ventilator and you die. Or we put you into hospital if you've got a positive PCR test, and you get anxious and you get injected with morphine and midazolam, the thing that they use in the US in executions. And what does that do to people? And remdesivir, the drug that causes... Remdesivir is also known as remember death is near. You end up in intensive care with kidney failure, and of course you're in intensive care and you end up dying. And that's exactly what happened in our hospitals in this country, ladies and gentlemen. We were told by the authorities above to do all of this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was, to me, it was murder. I told the Parliament in Canberra that not one single person should have been injected with this experimental vaccine. You know, one vaccine has caused the death of young people who go to bed the night they've had the injection and they don't wake up the next morning. Any other medicine that did that would be taken off the market. Now I must add, there are a few good people in Parliament. There are a few good people who are awake to what's going on. We've got to give them the confidence to speak up. We've got to give them the knowledge to speak up. We need to give them the facts and data. My group, my medical group, actually put together a book called Too Many Dead. Too Many Dead, when in 2020, late 2020, COVID wasn't killing anybody. The increase in death rate, ladies and gentlemen, in this country started soon after the rolling out of the messenger RNA vaccines. The toxic vaccines that were meant to stay in the arm, they didn't. They go to your brain, to your heart, to your lungs, to your ovaries and your testicles. This is why so many people are sick who should not be sick. This is why we're seeing turbo cancers in this country. And what do I mean by a turbo cancer? Somebody who presents with stage 4 cancer, which means there's been no warning. All of a sudden, they've got cancer all over their body. And this is happening on an increasing rate, and our authorities are ignoring it. We have to do something about it, ladies and gentlemen, please. If you want to do something, come to these rallies. Join a member group of the Aligned Council of Australia. Please, we have a lot of good people there who are awake to what's going on and what government needs to do. We need new governance in this country. We need a renewed set of politicians who have the courage to speak up and learn about the truth. Because if you don't have courage, you don't get to the truth. And if you don't have truth, there are no other values in our society. So I'll just like to finish by saying, bless you all for coming along, and also bless our police force as well, and those who want to maintain peace. Thank you.
Give another round of applause for Dr. Ian Bryno, please. And I just want to reiterate, and it was a bit remiss of me not to mention at the start, with all what's been going on the last 3 weeks with counter rallies, etc., trying to get this organised, I'll be straight, it was a headache. However, it would have been more than of a headache if it wasn't for the great cooperation I've had from the police force. So, guys, give them a clap, please. The two sergeants I've dealt with have been extremely accommodating and extremely understanding as well. And we need that relationship going forward, because there will come a day when you gentlemen and ladies are going to have to stand with the people. Because that's why you joined in the first place. That's why you got in the job in the first place. To serve the people not the corrupt politicians. Now, without further ado, I'd love to gee whiz. I'd love to introduce, it's been a while since I've done one of these, bear with me. I'd love to introduce our next guest, and many of you may know this gentleman, our next speaker. He's a farmer for 40 years, been campaigning against this corruption, the corruption against the farmers by the government for 40 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wade Northhausen.
How's it going there, Melbourne? Not only Melbourne, we've got people here from all over the state, so that is fantastic. We've been getting around the crowd, we've been talking to people, and we've got people happening here from all over Australia, in fact. So this is one of a rally that is happening internationally. We are starting to see, quote unquote, the people are waking up. We are starting to see things happen overseas. Well, it's been a long time coming. I first started becoming involved in politics when I was early 20s. 40 years I've been involved in this now. And we started to get involved when we saw banks illegally foreclosing on farmers and sending them bankrupt.
Fuck the banks!
This has been happening for a long, long time. It's been built for a long, long time. And for many of us who have been in this game for decades, it is good now to see finally the Australian people are waking up. Absolutely. So a lot of people, their awakening moment was the start of the fraud and the attack on the world's people, known as the start of COVID-19. That was an absolute military operation. You heard Dr. Ian Brighthope just speaking there before. I've had many conversations with Ian, with his team from AMPS, with his team from World of Wellness, and now we have doctors from all over the world are calling this for what it is. It was an attack. It was lies. The so-called COVID-19 vaccine was a biological weapon. Your stinking, filthy, lying governments forced you people to take this crap. There are many people here who didn't. We have seen the results of this now worldwide. There is no dispute. This was not anything that was designed to help you. The medical people tell us categorically its only purpose is to maim, injure and kill. So I'm very, very proud to talk to people like Dr. Ian Brighthope and like the doctors that I know, and they have done amazing work. We've seen brave doctors who have lost everything they've ever worked for, as opposed to the cowards who would not stand up. The times that I've been doing this, we get to look at things with a very sceptical viewpoint. And when you do the mechanics of what the likes of the World Health Organization, the United Nations and the World Economic Forum are doing, I guarantee you they're coming back to do it again. In my history and my profession as a farmer, third generation dairy farmer from North Central Victoria,
Time here,
we have seen
1:15 p.m. Early afternoon.
We have seen governments systematically attack and destroy our farming sector. This is now beyond any doubt. We are seeing farmers right now across Australia fighting hard against so-called renewable energy infrastructure. Victoria's farmers, if they come to fruition with this energy garbage, it's a lie, it's a fraud, will lose 70% of Victoria's farmland.
Good for China!
That is a massive impost, and the whole purpose here is to put farmers under enormous pressure to send them broke. We have seen the mental health breakdowns of not only farmers but the entire country. This is their plan. The lockdowns that everybody suffered. Who remembers these lockdowns? Who remembers losing their jobs? Who remembers losing their relationships, the arguments they caused with their families? And who remembers the loss that we all suffered? Well, I'm here to tell you, if you look at the plans that they have, they are planning to do that all again, but a million times worse. I put it to you that our politicians are in the business of destroying our country. There are a small handful that are okay, but the vast majority of our governments are on the payroll with international terrorist organisations. This is something where the Australian people right now need to come together. The whole purpose of this is to bring the Australian people together to fight and stand as one. Their specialty is to drive division. We're seeing things that are being done now to deliberately create friction amongst the people of Australia. That is their plan. But we will not fall for that. We need to understand that our enemies are the politicians and the governments.
There we go.
We've seen all over the world extreme violence happening now. We've seen parliaments and houses being burnt down. Well, that is not our way. We do not want to fall into that category. We do not support that. But I understand why this is happening. We must put pressure on our governments and politicians here. Peaceful, non-violent, but they only can survive while we are divided and fighting each other. We've seen some people, just previous speakers, who talk about our police standing with the Australian people. What we've seen is that terrorist governments have used our police through the agency of corrupt police command. Chief commissioners who are on board with the international terrorists. And I've said before, and I say it again, to our coppers, they made you people take a lethal injection. They threw you against the Australian people. So I say, your families are every bit in as much danger as what the rest of us are. By now, our cops will know people who have died, dropped dead, been maimed and injured from this filthy poison. We stand by you as much as you stand by us. This is Australia, and Australia is speaking. This is a numbers game, it is an education game, it is an information game. When we see so many people who want to go to the footy, they're not interested, they turn their back on what we're talking about. This is where every one of us needs to become a conduit. We need to tell them what's happening, we need to lead them to the websites, to the organisations who are fighting back against this. If you know... That's right, there were some people who were exempted. COVID-19 knew which ones they were. So that tells you the entire thing was a total fraud. This is just part of the attack on us, we the Australian people, and the people here now who have put these rallies together, the people who are marching. Well done to them, to the organisers. And similarly, well done to VicPol. We've had a lot to do with VicPol, with Billboard Battalion. We've done a lot of work around the country. And we know that we have support. We can say the things that many of them can't, but want to. So we need to continue that support. Australia's military is being set up to be used by the World Health Organisation against us. The World Health Organisation was given the power over Australia by the so-called Labor Party Federal Health Minister, Mark Butler, on the 19th of July this year. They have handed it over, so expect things to get rough. I can tell you right now that the things that they talk about being some kind of a pandemic, they are planning, and we can only just say a few short things in the amount of time we got. They're planning to say that the fraud and the hoax of climate change is a pandemic. They will use that to attack your rights, our farmers, your properties, your ability to get food and money. These are all in the pipeline. So for the people who are here today to help and fight for our farmers and fight for our rights, I say thank you. This is the most serious danger Australia has ever been in. They are splitting, dividing, and trying to conquer us all. They work for foreign terrorists, and we have to fight back against that with everything we've got. So I won't take up much more of your time here today, but let us be aware that we are doing everything we can. We're fighting with everything we've got. And we need every Australian to stand up. We've heard about our Anzacs. Well, we are in the middle of losing our country. When all our stinking filthy politicians turn up on Anzac Day and they lay wreaths and they tell everyone how much we owe our Anzacs and they talk of their honour and their sacrifice. They are selling them out. They are desecrating the memory of our Anzacs. And they're doing it for money. They think that they're on the side that's going to win. That's why they've decided to sell us out. Here in Victoria, we've seen a piece of filth, low-life scum, Daniel Andrews. Well, we thought Elbow got a bad reaction. Daniel Andrews has recently been photographed in China with some of the leading terrorists, dictators and human rights abusers in the world. Jacinta Allen is his... She is his protege. She is working every bit as much for the terrorist organisations as what Daniel Andrews did. Traitor! To everybody here at our rally here, we are not marching. We are static here in front of Parliament House. There is another group who is marching past, and good luck to them. And what we're doing is here today in front of Parliament House. I would just like to finish by saying this. We were down in Ballarat there just recently. At the what's called the Bush Summit. And two of the honoured, they call them the honourable guest speakers, were lowlife Anthony Sleazy
Good job running the river.
and Jacinda Allen. Well, I can tell you right now what a lot of people told them.
Piss off!
And I'll just finish by saying that Anthony Albanese, the last he was seen leaving Ballarat, his motorcade was hightailing it out of town with a whole heap of farmers on tractors in high-speed pursuit. Rack off Albanese, rack off Jacinda Allen. You take your corrupt foreign terrorist governments and them. The Australians have spoken.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Mr. Wade Northhausen, give him a big clap, guys! I'm glad you're staying because, as you know, this is the one of many rallies that need to go forward. So those that have gone off and marched, bless them, but you'll get the opportunity to march. Don't you worry about that. I promise you. Now, one thing we can do, a whole bunch of consistent, smaller actions are what's required here. So part of that is changing our mindset. This is not going to be done in one swoop. It is consistent, ongoing action that you are going to have to reinvest some of your time. Is your country worth it? Yeah. Is your country worth it? Yeah. Sure, you might decide to sit in your comfort zone for the next 6 to 12 months. And you'll be comfortable for a while, and then you won't be. So we have to reinvest some of your time. Saving your country isn't something you do if you've got a bit of spare time. Saving your country is reinvesting your time into things that are monotonous, painstaking. So celebrate the small wins. Today is a small win. Look around you. This is a win. It's a small win, but it's one of many steps. So start getting around that mindset of I'm going to have to reinvest some of my time into having more conversations, into studying more, into reading more, into having your own community gatherings. Get together in groups. Go and visit your local elected representative, please. We're using Mockingbird back on them. They're not politicians. They're elected representatives of the people. They do what you want them to do, not the other way around. They are not our lords and masters. Elected representative of the people. It's about time they started doing that again, isn't it? Now, speaking about elected representatives of the people, our next speaker was a gentleman in Parliament for 23 years who did stand up, and the changes he wanted to make from the inside was stifled by the corrupt cesspit that is in there. And Bernie's going to speak a bit about that now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bernie Finn.
Thank you very much. Craig, thank you so much for organising today to begin with, because what a crowd! What a crowd! It is sensational. I'm not going to keep you here long, much longer anyway. But I just want to mention a bloke who left us during the week, a bloke called Charlie Kirk, a man who stood up for what was right. He stood up to those who would do us harm, and they took his life. Now I'm hopeful that none of us will have to suffer that fate. But what we do need to do is to use Charlie Kirk as an inspiration. To remember him, and to hold him up as somebody that we can follow. I know where he is now. He's upstairs with the boss. I've got no doubt about that at all. But what he has left us is an example. He has left us an example for every single one of us to follow. Every single one of us. I ask you to take that on board. I ask you to use Charlie's example as something that we can all follow well into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running at the next election. I don't want to run at the next election. I ran at the last election. I didn't want to run at the last election. But let me tell you, I cannot turn my back on what is going on in this state, what is going on in this country. I cannot turn my back on that and walk away. That is not on. That is not on. Because we have the worst group of politicians I have ever seen in my life. Right now. State and federal. State and federal. They're bloody shocking. And you just have to have a look at what Susan Lee did to Senator Price during the week to know that it's not just Labor, but it's Liberal as well. It's on both sides. We have a Prime Minister. We have a Foreign Minister. Remember Senator Wong? Remember her? They have embraced international terrorism as a way of life. It is absolutely extraordinary that we would have a government that would allow that to happen. If you want to know where the centre point is of all corruption in this state, look behind me. Look behind me. We have had, over the last decade in this state, the singularly most corrupt government in the state's history. It is totally and absolutely corrupt. It is a whole range of things, and the good doctor mentioned before about how he had been treated, and I stood up during the pandemic, call it what you will. I stood up and actually came down here and I spoke to people at the front, and I told them that I supported them. I got into a lot of trouble for that, and I'm sure as a result of that, that expedited my expulsion from the Liberal Party, because I didn't do as I was told. But then again, I've never done as I'm told, so it doesn't matter. I want to tell you a story that I raised in Parliament while I was in there a couple of years ago. It involved a 10-year-old girl out near where I live. It's just horrendous. Thanks, Mark. This little girl came home one day, and she's normally a very happy-go-lucky little girl, very, a bright little girl. She came home, and she went straight to her room. She wouldn't open a door. Her mum and her dad couldn't speak to her. She wouldn't speak to them. And it was many, many hours before they actually coaxed her to come out. And they said to her, what's wrong? What's happened? what has upset you so much? She said, it's school. They said, what happened at school? She said, my teacher today, during sex ed classes, we know what they are these days, the teacher directed her to go home and as homework to ask her father about his erections and ejaculations. Now this is a 10-year-old girl. This is a 10-year-old girl. Can you imagine how distressed she was? Anyway, the mum came to me as the local member, and I was naturally enough appalled. And I raised it in Parliament. In fact, I went right off in Parliament about it. I thought it was disgraceful. You know what the minister said? It's in the curriculum. It's in the curriculum. Now, we all know who's responsible for the curriculum. It's the minister, the education minister at the time. This is just one example of how these people hide behind all sorts of things to hurt our kids. Now, I'm in politics, I've got to tell you, I'm in politics to help kids. I love kids. I love kids. And I believe that the greatest judgment that we can have on how successful we've been in life is if we leave this earth in better shape than the way we found it. I have to say to you that if that happened to me, if the good Lord called me home tonight, I would have to declare myself a total failure. Because we have all failed our young people. We have a situation where little girls are being asked if they're little boys. Little boys are being asked if they're little girls. We have all this sort of, the sexualization of children. The sexualization of children. Well, you know, this is just grooming them. This is just grooming them. It is disgraceful, and it is all part of the corruption that this government has. I cannot believe just how bad the Andrews government is. And I say Andrews because she is Jacinda Andrews. She is Dan Andrews in a pantsuit. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Folks, I'm going to leave it there because it has been a fairly long session. But I just want to say to you that I want to fight with you. I don't want to fight against you. I want to fight with you. And I want us to win. For the sake of us, for the sake of our families, for the sake of our kids, for the sake of future generations, we must win. We must. And if I could just say, and I quote a mate of mine, somebody that I get on, well, I admire him a fair bit. Fight, fight, fight. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Get out there, fight, do the right thing by our kids, do the right thing by Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Bernie Finn. All right, now I'm going to bring it home. However, what was a bit remiss of me earlier on, now whatever your views on Charlie Kirk are, whether he was in this country or not, one thing he stood up for was free speech and freedom. And the ability to have a debate without violence, without antagonism, to speak your truth. So I think it's appropriate, and apologies for not doing this earlier on, but I think we just have a moment's silence in the memory and efforts of Charlie Kirk.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Remove your hats, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Charlie.
Candle for Charlie.
All right, just off the back of what Bernie was saying. Okay. Those of you may or may not know, I still work with youth today, these days, but 15 of those years out of the 20 were spent in the education system, 10 of those years on an education department contract. I know how corrupt the education department are, and any teacher or any principal out there will tell you how much of a bigger bullies the education department are. So, you homeschool your kids, absolutely. So, I've been campaigning against the sexualised indoctrination of our kids for the last 3 years. And on the back of what Bernie said, I'm going to give you another couple of examples. Now, this is what this government condones. This is what we've got to stand up for. So hear me out on this. And I'm going to give you parents some guidance on what you can do to help protect your children. There is, as we know, we've just signed up to the World Health Organization. Did you vote for that? Are you happy with unelected bureaucrats halfway around the world telling you what you can and can't do?
Hell no!
Okay, so that's another reason to get in your groups, go and see your local elected representative and tell him to take our signatures off that treaty. That's it. Not negotiable. That's something you can do. Now, the WHO has a handbook, the Standards for Sexuality Education in Europe. They implement the same over here. Part of those standards for sexuality education for ages 0 to 4, as stated by the World Health Organization, is early childhood masturbation. Disgraceful. You don't believe me? It's in the document. You can see it yourself. Malcolm Roberts spoke up about this in Parliament about 3 years ago. One of the only things he's done good, but anyway, at least he spoke up about it. Also, I'm going to alert you to this. I've got to put the bifocals on for this, bear with me. It's not a good look, apologies. There's a website called raisingchildren.net.au. I would suggest you go onto this website and have a look. Now, once again, as they generally do, they make these things look all nice and warm and fluffy on the surface, so most people go, well, that looks okay. But when you do some digging, it's not okay. And she ain't right. It's a good old-fashioned Aussie saying. Is she right? No. She ain't been right for quite some time. Now, I was alerted to this. A parent informed me they were given an email link by the daycare centre about the 3.5-year-old daughter. 3.5-year-old daughter. No link, sorry, only a link, no consent form, no prior knowledge, just this is what we are going to be speaking with your daughter about and teaching your daughter. In that email, it contained a link to raisingchildren.net.au. That's a site that's supported by the Australian Department of Social Services. Exactly, wait until you read this. This was the advice given home to about a 3.5-year-old young girl. Your child may be very curious about bodies, their own and other people's. For example, you might find them looking at their own and other children's genitals. A combination of natural curiosity and role-playing is usually a typical part of childhood sexual behaviour.
Groomers!
The government condones this.
Groomers! Groomers!
If you don't believe me, go to the website yourself. Child sexual behaviour should not be in the same sentence, especially to a 3-year-old. It's child grooming times 1,000. Now, it gets worse. If you go onto the site, have a look at the preschoolers and toddlers section and click on development. It's got sexual development for 0 to 3-year-olds. This is what they state under 4 to 6. Don't believe me? Look at the website yourself. That one of the things that they think they can indoctrinate parents to believe and teach at these daycare centres and schools, looking and touching the genitals of familiar children or adults in a curious way in the bath or toilet. That's what this website states. Is that grooming much? This is what your government condones. State and federal. This site is supported by the Department of Social Services. Oh, it gets worse. They state playing games that involve being naked at 4 to 6. Exploring bodies which might include masturbating. 4 to 6. What do you think about that? Is that child grooming? Have they told you as parents any of this? RaisingChildren.net.au. If you go onto the Leave Our Kids Alone site, Leave Our Kids Alone, kids with a Z, leaveourkidsalone.org, you'll find this information in the resources and links section. Have a look for yourself. Part of the action we need going forward is to have those conversations with their friends that they don't want to have. They cannot ignore this anymore. And one last one before I wrap it up. Sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, what you can do. This is where their laws, it's good when they work against them. Everybody knows what the ICCPR is, the International Covenant of Political Rights. Thank you, sir. That has been scheduled and codified into the Australian Human Rights Commission Act 1986. That is a federal act. So that means any breach of the ICCPR is in breach of federal legislation. Thank you, sir. Article 18, Section 4 of the ICCPR states the following. The states parties to the present covenant undertake to have respect for the liberty of parents and, when applicable, legal guardians. Here's the bit. To ensure the religious and moral education of their children in conformity with their own convictions. Is that black and white? So, when the schools tell you, no, we must confuse your 3-year-old or 5-year-old child or your child that they can be 752 different genders, indoctrinate them with this absolute sexual depravity for that age. When they tell you it's mandated, that's a lie, or it's compulsory, that's a lie. They have tried to indoctrinate you for far too long now as parents that they have more say than you over your child. That's not the case. You are the parent, you are the primary educator, you say what your child gets taught and what doesn't get taught. Now that is a letter, yeah. That is a letter that you can download from the website, leaveourkidsalone.org, kids with a Z. You can download, sign it, and give it to your principal. Also, it states on there that they are liable as well. So that means for what they teach. That means if your child suffers any mental health issues, you can sue them personally. Start letting them know that. That's how you push back. That's one of the ways you push back. Sorry guys, I was passed a note before I wrap it up. I passed a note to by Jackie to have a look at the website about any all constitutional matters, constitutionwatch.com.au. So constitutionwatch.com.au, have a look at that site. Now, to wrap it up, we do, by the looks of it guys, we are going to wrap it up soon. I will play some music, so feel free to hang around. I would suggest you don't try to go home that way for the obvious reasons. Pardon? I'll have a word to the sergeant. No, we're right that way? So we're right, yeah, okay. So we are okay to, if you travel home, down Burke Street or down Spring Street that way. Okay, that's the two ways we can leave. Now, as I said earlier, this is just one of the many steps, and we have to get out of our comfort zones. Now, I know you guys are, and like I said before, I know you're tired. I know this has been a long journey. However, it's time to get re-excited again because of all the new recruits, the new people that are starting to become aware. Those same friends that laughed at you 5 years ago are now listening to you. That's something, yes. That's because you were persistent. That's because you didn't give up. So give yourself a pat on the back and another big clap. But we got more to do. Step by step, challenge by challenge. Don't get sucked into the psyop from the fake news media that are going to keep driving the propaganda. Don't get sucked in. Don't fall in. Start showing some discernment. Stop being so emotionally reactive. I know it's emotional times, ladies and gentlemen, but more logic and less emotion. Let emotion drive you, but don't let emotion guide you. Big difference. Show that discernment, take a step back, gather more data, observe, then make a judgment and form a belief after that. We all, every single one of us, has to become people we've never been before. And here at 57 years old, shit, I'm excited by that. I'm 57, I haven't even peaked yet. And you should have the same mentality, okay? Because yeah, your hip might ache a little bit and your arthritis, but your brain's still sharp, your mind's still sharp, and your passion and your patriotism for this country will never die. Ladies and gentlemen, to wrap it up, and I will play some music after this in case you want to hang around for a little while. But once again, to reiterate, please, if you're going to take off down Burke Street or that way, please. Okay, just for your own benefits. But just to finish up, every single one of you, I love you all. Every single person up here that spoke loves you. We sacrifice our life for you. We take the hits for you. We take all the ridicule for you. And we're going to keep bloody doing it too. So the fake news media, the treasonous government, you keep stacking them up, we keep knocking them down. It's going to be tough, it's going to be bumpy, but it's going to be worth it. I'll just leave you with this. You know what you got to do. Do it. Do it.
All right, guys, I just want one thing to reiterate of what I said earlier. And there is no justice in this country. And when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. So take that home with you and think about that, because that is something that we need to be able to recite every day that we are here in this fight. And don't get sucked into people and policies and politics, please. That is not where this movement is going by any stretch. So that's my last piece for today, and thank you all for coming. It's awesome, and this will build and get bigger. Thanks. All right, let's just finish up one last thing. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! And just for one last time, let's have thousands of people tell Albo and Jacinta Allen to get stuffed. So one more time, on three, get out your vocal cords on three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you champions. See you next one.
No, I want somebody just to burn it somewhere where there's a tribute for Charlie. Yeah, but where there's a tribute for Charlie, I'd like that to be. Yeah.
I went to Canberra, I protested on the steps.
Yep.
I protested at King's Domain, then hitchhiked to Canberra.
Yep.
And stayed up there for, left and went January around Australia Day.
Oh, yep. just walk up to the barrier, but yeah, we obviously, I won't go past there, you know, for obvious reasons, because a bit further down, apparently there is a group of counter-protesters. So yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see in the distance, the rabble on the opposing side, beyond where the police are. But we won't go anywhere near there because, yeah, those people, they are definitely not our friends. And you know, the hatred that those people have for us, it's absolutely disgusting, the hatred they have. And they are over there screaming hate. But yes, they're over there screaming hate at us all. So, you know, we won't be going over there. Thank you. Oh, so sorry.
Coming today. Glad to see you here.
Thank you.
I was thanking them for being here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm live streaming to America, so yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I've got one already, but I'll give you something.
Yeah.
Grab one of these stickers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I've got about 33k subscribers, so yeah.
Excellent.
Hopefully I don't get kicked off of YouTube for today's little effort, because I've been live streaming the whole thing.
Good on you. Good on you. Love your country.
Yeah, thank you. As the great man said, fight, fight, fight. But you know, a very big difference between the crowd over there screaming and the crowd here. The crowd here, all nice, God-fearing, good people. Law-abiding people. But we'll have a bit of a walk around, and then I guess it'll be time to end this live stream and call it for the day. So yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here, and you know, a huge thank you to everybody who's come on here. Sorry for the shaky camera, it's a bit hard to sort of hold everything, you know. But anyways, yeah, we'll have a bit more of a walk around, and then we'll call it.
These guys march every Saturday.
Hi, yeah, so true, yeah. They're making a lot of noise over there, aren't they? But yeah, if you haven't already done so, please do give a thumbs up, and yeah, I really do appreciate any shares, any supers, anything like that. I really, really appreciate. And appreciate everybody who's come in to view this, and everybody who runs this live stream later. But you know, it looks like people are all from our gathering, people are all moving on. And so we will move on fairly soon. And we'll call it a day. But yes, I know the counter protesters are down that way. We'll just go and have another look there, and then we'll see if we can safely get to the train station and move on. They are quite a rabble over there, ain't they?
I stood upon the rocky shore, watched the cold ships come. For 1,000 years,
So yeah, we're going to call it now in a minute. So a huge thank you to everybody who's come in.
I thought you got on Scott Johnson.
Thank you.
That'll be fun. Now at the top out, it's $5.
So yeah, hopefully we can depart safely around this way. There is a barrier and police, so hopefully we should be safe. And of course, a big thank you to everybody who did pray a wall of safety around me. Thank you so much. I know there's Susan, Gail, Tammy, and I know there's probably quite a few others as well who I've forgotten. But yeah, I'm going to have to charge his phone up. I did plug it into the power bank, so unplug the microphone and plug the phone into the power bank because it was getting very, very low. But I'm sure there'll be some videos on YouTube about the counter protest as well. So if anybody's interested to see that, I'm sure you'll be able to. But it will be good just to go back and get some rest and relaxation. You know what I mean? I'm going to go and see now where do we find the station. I think there's one around here somewhere, a station, but yeah, we just got to find where that is.
There. Well, we could even find out what we get, make our way down to yours if you want.
I'm not sure where the station is now. Thinking, yeah, where is it? I mean, I got off Parliament Station earlier. Oh yeah, sounds like there's counter protesters somewhere. So yeah, who do we still have here with us, and who's been with us throughout the whole live stream? I'd love to know. Would be interested. But yeah, I'll just sit down for a minute here actually. It's really good to sit down. Been on my feet sort of since quite early. Well, I was sitting on my butt on the train, of course, and all of that, but other than that. So yeah, who do we have here with us? 2 hours and 47 we've been going. So yeah, it's been quite a long live stream. For, you know, don't normally do them that long for a while. I have done them this long in the past, of course, but it's been a while. It's been a minute. Oh yes, there's the counters going down the other street. I don't know if you can see them. They are quite a rabble, ain't they? They don't look very friendly, do they? I'm not going to get too close to them. Ah, 7-Eleven, I might have to go there for a coffee yet in a minute. I'm badly needing coffee. Badly needing coffee. Coffee and, you know, where's the train station? I may yet get out of the city first and then grab my coffee. So yeah, who do we have here with us? A huge thank you to everybody who has come on here. And a huge thank you to everybody who has smashed the thumbs up, of course, and shared this out. That's so appreciated. So, you know, a huge thank you, everybody. So, we are going to call it pretty soon, so... Yeah, I had sunglasses on sort of all the time. The sun has sort of been pretty bright. So, yeah, it's pretty much time to relax and call it. But, you know, very different. Very different, the Charlie Kirk gathering, tribute, and to the lot marching down the street making a lot of noise. If you haven't already done so, please smash the thumbs up. I do need a lot more of those.
Good on you, Charles.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that rubble down there, they're quite different. So yeah, who have we got with us? Yeah, please do hit the comments and all that. Would love to see who has been with us all during the time. I know during the time I sort of couldn't really keep up with comments a lot, so I do apologise for that. You know, things were pretty busy, of course, so there's that. But yeah, we are about to call it, so I'm going to thank everybody who's come on. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody be laughing. But yeah, I'm just sitting down relaxing and I'm sort of exhausted now, so, you know, there's that. There is that. So yeah, I just want to give everybody a chance to say hello, goodbye, and anybody who I have missed, you know, because that's quite easy to do. especially, you know, everything was sort of quite loud and hectic with all the speeches and that where I came from. Well, looks like nobody's going to say anything, so take care and be blessed. A huge thank you to everybody who's come on here and everybody who shares this out.